This quick Utamin. Up next, we're talking business. And for some time now, you would realize the Ghana city has seen some setbacks. We'll try to delve deep into this as the head of finance department of the University of Ghana Business School, that's Dr. Godfred Bopkin, is calling for a medium to long-term approach through export diversification of non-traditional exports to help stabilize the Ghana city. Now, he says the country's overdependence on imports is the main contributing factor for the continuous depreciation of the local currency.
70% of goods in Ghana are imported, putting a lot of pressure on the city, resulting in constant depreciation of the local currency and also making intervention measures ineffective. Dr. Bokpin is of the view there was no way the Bank of Ghana's injection of $20 million a day was going to halt the depreciation of the city, considering the high levels of imports.
We are running a tight program also, and we don't have the physical space to be able to do a lot of borrowing and reduce the huge infrastructure deficits, and then create the enabling environment that would guarantee that we'll be able to build import-substituted industries. If we want to reduce imports, then we could target certain items where perhaps we have comparative advantage. But it doesn't have to be only comparative advantage. We have to complement our comparative advantage with competitive advantage by creating the enabling environment such that firms will be able to do business and compete in a globalized environment.
Dr. Bokpin called for a medium to long-term approach of export-led economy, taking into consideration both comparative and competitive advantage, but underscored the need for resources to guarantee local businesses. A range of monetary policies and rigidities in the economy has to be taken into consideration.
There is great dividend that we can derive from export diversification along the lines of non-traditional export. But you realize that without a favorable business environment, your export strategy will not yield the intended benefits.
The cedi, on the average, has depreciated 20.8% from January to August 22, and a financial analyst, Winslow Sakifio, indicates there are fundamental problems which makes the control of the economy difficult.
We import more than we export, and that is the fundamental issue with our economy. And if you are an import-based economy, it's very difficult for you to control your currency, especially when basically everything you consume is imported. For the situation we had, there was also the issue of speculators coming in. People were speculating on the cedi losing value, so they started buying foreign currency and selling the cedi. When that happens, you will definitely have your currency depreciating.
The experts explained devaluation and depreciation of the local currency make export cheaper, but the fundamental challenges in the economy will not allow the country to take advantage of it.
I'll take you to the Ashanti region now, where some owners of poultry farms in the Ashanti region say the bird flu scare has actually reduced patronage of poultry products in the region. Now, until the outbreak, chicken remained a delicacy in the region.
The detection of bird flu and subsequent directive to halt the movement of poultry products from the Greater Accra region as a measure against its spread has created panic among consumers. This has led to a drop in the patronage of poultry products. Some poultry farmers in the Ashanti region have expressed frustrations about the outbreak of the disease, which according to them is sinking the business. The visibly worried farmers lamented sales have declined. So far, 333,143 birds have been killed, and some 1,058 crates of eggs and feed from farms across Ghana have been destroyed at an estimated cost of 800,000 cedis. We gathered those who have had their birds killed are yet to be compensated. The president of the Poultry Farmers Association of Ghana, Victor Oponweje, admitted the scare has greatly affected sales.
I think the poultry farmers too, we are cooperating with the ministry in order to eradicate the disease from Ghana. But whilst we are doing that, we should also be circumspect so that we do not create panic to the public. We need to educate the public that the thing is controlled. There was a first statement from the veterinary directorate 3 days to the Ramadan, and that was very devastating to the industry because people panic and they stop buying chicken.
According to him, banks now hesitate to give out loans to them to expand their farms.
The financial institutions, they thought that if they give the money to the farmer and maybe there's an outbreak, they will lose their money. They shouldn't be afraid. Bird flu is controlled. They should continue to give finances to the farmers to enable them do their work.
Managers of Darko farms at Akropong in the Triman Wabieja district of the Ashanti region shared a similar story. Over 200,000 metric tons of poultry products are imported into the country that, according to them, is killing the local poultry business. The poultry farmers want government to support in creating ready markets for their products and offer credit at lower rates to enhance the fortunes of the industry.
When that is done and the industry is even expanded, the capacity is being expanded, then we can even do more. And then these have economic implications in terms of tax revenue to government, and then it has implications for input producers and suppliers like maize, like soya bean farmers, and then transporters. The industry has a huge potential.